For many organisations, the impact of Brexit on their workforce strategy is a primary concern. And my advice is give as much support and clarity to your affected employees as possible. Many EU citizens are feeling very uncertain about the future. Although the arrangements for EU citizens living and working in the UK and British citizens abroad have not been completely finalised, the good news is we have a lot of detail about what will happen before Brexit and during transition, and employers are well placed to channel information and provide clarity to their employees. EU citizens who have entered the UK before Brexit will be asked to complete a simple registration process. The idea behind the new scheme is that EU citizens will be asked for a minimum amount of documents to demonstrate their residence in the UK. The system will link to HMRC records, and if someone states, for example, that they've been in the UK for 5 years and records are reflective of this, they will be notified of their settled status. And those who have not resided in the UK for 5 years will be granted temporary residence, which could ultimately lead to settled status. For EU citizens arriving in the UK during the transition period, there is likely to be 2 registration systems. One to register presence in the UK, and then a further scheme for those who wish to stay longer. EU citizens who enter the UK to work during transition are likely to qualify for settlement after 5 years. The immigration system post-transition is not settled yet, but the Migration Advisory Committee will report this autumn on a review it is carrying out. A recent interim report from the MAC has given some insight into employer concerns. Whilst we await this report, there are many positive statements that can be made to EU citizens, and my no regrets recommendation is to engage and support your people now. Responsible employers are not only identifying the employees affected to plan ahead for developing in-house capability and attract talent from the UK market, but also proactively engaging affected groups to reassure, plan and prepare together for the individual impacts for affected employees.